SZA has announced she is the new artistic director for Vans. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what this means. She'll be running campaigns, co-designing sneakers, and shaping the brand's look in a different direction. As well as on the back end, work with corporate to advocate for affordability. She says she wants to keep the shoe brand affordable and inclusive. I think this is so dope. Congratulations to one of our faves, SZA.
We had a SZA video a few videos ago talking about what she had planned coming up. And like I said, SZA and Kendrick are very private. They keep things very low until it's been released. They're not the type of people to go out here and just tell everybody what's going on. Now, some people did realize she was wearing a lot of Vans during this tour. And I know I saw them on her feet, but I didn't know this was her future venture. Now, of course, SZA's getting praises and she's getting hated. I got a mashup for y'all. People talking about the accomplishment. Some people hating on it. But that's when you know you're doing well. That's when you know you're doing well. SZA, this is big for her, and I like it. I know. So I'm gonna need y'all to let me know in the comments, how do y'all feel about these comments right here?
This is me literally waking up to see that SZA is the new creative director of Vans. Everybody should be confused by this because this makes literally zero sense. I would understand if the girl was a skateboarder, an active skateboarder, a decent skateboarder, a talented skateboarder, a consistent skateboarder, an advocate for skateboarding, involved in a skateboarding community, would go travel around while she was on tour to go skate, do like you get my drift, whatever. I've never even seen her pick up a van in a form of content to be like, this is the best shoe ever. You've never even co-signed this shoe, let alone this brand. Now let me just say, I'm never mad at a woman getting a bag, but at least make it make sense.
I mean, SZA has been wearing the shoes throughout this tour that we've seen her come off of. And why do you need to be out in the world broadcasting what you're going to do? Like, she's finna go work there. You think she's not out here to promote the brand. She's finna go work for the brand and help create. She ain't well, somebody like me would be a brand ambassador. She's not a brand ambassador. No. You got to think bigger. Now she's going to be creating the designs that come out. There's a reason why certain people don't advance in this world.
Just because that's what you wore on tour with Kendrick Lamar does not mean that you are owed the opportunity to be like, yeah, let's get her in the drawing board.
It's funny hearing her speak because she's speaking like SZA went and begged for this job. We don't know how she acquired this job. But what I did say, I know she got big things coming. And I knew she had big things coming because she is as big as can be right now. And people recognize her. They see her. Her fans are well invested in her. And listen, these companies are billion-dollar companies, trillion-dollar companies. They do their homework before they decide who they're going to put in these positions. So for somebody like this here to be speaking on an educated level, it's insane though. Everybody shouldn't have a microphone online, but we judge and we don't. We listen and we don't judge, right? I'm still getting triggered though.
In the boardroom about who our next creative director should be. And I'm interested to see what the contract.
And to be clear, she's the first, right? She's the first. There hasn't been one of her position. It was created just for her.
Says, because it's like, what is the time duration of this? What are the minimum requirements for this? And what is to be produced? Is she going to have a collab? Me personally, I think this is a money grab both on the brand side, because I feel like they must think that they're lacking relevance. And then relevance in one, maybe like women, young women, and possibly the Black community, which is also unfortunate because it's like just like her makeup line, this is just a money grab. Like, this does not align with you. Like, yes, you wear makeup, you have a makeup artist to be seen in public, but I've never seen you do makeup tutorials. I've never seen you, whatever. Whatever. Like, is she gonna come out with a new silhouette with Vans, which would actually consider her and validate her to be a creative director? Or are we just going to do interesting colorways, interesting textile on the shoe? Are we going to make the soles comfier? Are we going to remix the waffle sole? Like, what is it gonna be? Are you gonna give us cute boxes? Are you going...
What is wrong with you? You want a lot of things. I guarantee. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Come on, I'm not gonna say it.
Going to do a video with skateboarders? Like, what is it gonna be? Sorry guys, I have a eyelash in my eye. I should have gave you a warning on that, so sorry. I guess I want to gauge more thoughts because I literally just opened my eyes and I am honestly flabbergasted by the news that we're receiving. And you know, it's a tough market. Like, it is really a tough market for just companies, advertisement agencies with the market right now. There's no money, there is no creativity, everybody's getting laid off, and it's just like, whose great idea was this that SZA was the one that they needed to represent their brand, to be like, hey, this is what we should do next. Hey, that girl doesn't have a creative bone in her body. She went, like, let me just... Like, you would have been better off collaborating with Cabela's if you wanted to stay on that whole swamp theme, like that whole outdoorsy thing that, again, you're not even outdoorsy, so another cash grab. But like, if we were to stay on brand...
I hope you double back in 6 months to a year to tap back in, because there's no way you're serious. There's no way you're serious. Now, she's triggered me enough. That's enough for her. Listen, I'm gonna go out and say, you know what, SZA's gonna do the job to her best of her ability. I don't personally know her, but I'm gonna root for her. Now, like I said, these are billion-dollar companies. These companies just don't throw darts and hope something stick. They look into these people, they find out what they could do in their background. SZA's been in the game for a long, long time. SZA's been involved in a lot of this stuff for a long time. Just because they don't get out here and broadcast it, don't mean it's not going on behind closed doors. That's what a lot of people need to realize. You don't need to tell everybody your business. You don't need that.
SZA just joined Vans as an artistic director, bruh. SZA just joins Vans as an artistic director. She says, my mission is to show that joy, community, creativity, and fashion are all still intersectional. I love this for SZA, to be honest. I think these partnerships that Kendrick Lamar, SZA, and TDE in general are having with these corporations goes to show the impact and the influence that they have at this moment. And these guys are literally dominating almost every spectrum of entertainment. They're trying to move into film now. They're trying to move into television. Like, the way they're cornering the market with this attack is beautiful. You know Van's about to have a surge in sales having SZA be an artistic director. And she probably gonna be doing some commercials or doing something like that involving Vans. I mean, I don't even wear Vans. I ain't wore Vans since I was in middle school, but I'm definitely finna go check out and see what's up with the Vans that SZA gonna have some involvement with, just because I love her music that much.
It's crazy. Now, that's Mr. Jalopy Bungus right there. Now, I saw him rocking out to the concert he went to as well. Now, going into that whole GNX tour, I wasn't a huge fan of SZA, but coming out, I may go get me a pair of Vans myself. Especially if she comes out with something nice, I go rock that for sure. Now, I definitely think SZA's gonna boost. It's smart by Vans. You know, you pick an artist on the uprise, and you cash in, because the thing about SZA's music is timeless, man. It goes on. It lives forever. It's that make you feel good music, you know, the heart. It's something that messes with your heart, man.
SZA was made the artistic director at Vans, and I think it's a great idea. Obviously, like, people are poo-pooing her appointment, saying that she doesn't have the credentials to do it, and like, what is an what is a pop star doing as the artistic director at a brand? Those people are idiots because they don't understand marketing and they don't understand what SZA's brand is. The job of an artistic director is to lead the creative vision for the organization. She has shown that she has been able to create a world that her listeners can live in. Like the visuals to just an overall vibe to the music, like she understands how to create a world, and that's exactly what is needed in this role. And her perspective is singular. I think that she will give Vans an opportunity to tap into a customer base that might be hard to market to, or rather not hard to market to, but one that is not typically marketed to by a sneaker brand. Anyway, what do you think?
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I know a whole lot about Vans. I know they supposed to be what a lot of skateboarders wear, but I'm going to go get me a pair. If they cool, it can't be no different than tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? Not literally tennis shoes, but we call sneakers tennis shoes, but there's a whole lot of different types of sneakers. And Vans can kind of consider this a type of sneaker if you think about it. But I'm up for it. Let me know if you're going to go out and get a pair of Vans, because SZA just became artistic director at Vans. And of course, people are upset. They're upset that sister is doing well. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? Could you imagine when Nikki gets the word of it? I'm pretty sure her tweets are coming.
And Vans might have ate with that SZA Vans collaboration because one is back to school. Well, over here it's back to school. I know over there school was already back, but whatever. It's back to school. Two, was I not in the store being like, I need a new pair of Converse, but maybe I'll get Vans. And then I was putting them on and I was just like, I don't know. So I just left the store and I didn't buy either.
Okay.
Now will I be back to the store getting Vans? I will be. You ate with that. You did your big one. Congratulations. That was great. That was fantastic. I don't even know if she's coming out with a collab, but just the regular Vans I'll be purchasing, and then if there's a collab, you will get my coins twice. Okay? Y'all ate with that. You ate with that.
Well, we're already starting to see TDE, PG Lang. Well, TDE. SZA's still with TDE, right? PG Lang. I'm sure there's something mixed in there. But this Van collab, man, that's amazing for SZA. That's amazing. I think she's going to change the brand, take it to another place.
This move may seem random given they've historically been a skater brand, but it makes sense if you've been following their recent moves. In the past couple of years, the worlds of high fashion and Vans have become one and the same. Talked about it before. Bottega Veneta has shoes that look just like Vans, and the same thing with Louis Vuitton. But Vans also wants to feel luxurious. These are the hottest Vans out right now, and the reason people are paying well over $400 is because it's an homage to this Chanel bag. Here's Yachty with the bag. It's not a coincidence, the designer said so. And of course, we can't forget the collaboration between Vans and Gallery Department. They're fetching north of $500 on the secondary market. Remember, these retail for just $150. So it makes a lot of sense to me that SZA will be drawn to the brand from a fashion perspective. Under SZA's leadership, we can expect new silhouettes and new concepts. To be perfectly clear, she says she's not trying to turn Vans into Bottega Veneta. It will continue to be an affordable brand. But this sentence is an interesting choice of words. She says, I just want people to feel excited about being active. So what that signals to me is that we can expect silhouettes from non-skater athletes. Running shoes are really hot right now. They'd be crazy not to get into that. SZA knows a thing or two about staying active because she used to be a competitive gymnast. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of Van SZA. Or should I say Vanza?
I like that. See, everybody getting creative. When everybody put positive mind and thinking together, you get creativity. Listen, I've never bought a pair of Vans myself, but I'm definitely going to look into it. Definitely if she releases some new silhouettes or collabs or whatever, I'm definitely going to look into that as well. But let me know if you got a pair of Vans down in the comments. I don't, but look like I got to catch up, right? But let me know if y'all got a pair of Vans.
But then I saw this. You see, things like this, they make me happy. Things like this show how Black people are advancing and Black excellence. That is what we need to see more. And not even just Black people, Black women specifically. I mean, it's always great to see all people expanding into different areas, different parts of society, different fields. It's always great to see that. I'm all about uplifting people, encouraging people, promoting people. But to not only see a Black person, but a Black woman expand beyond what just people classify them into, what they're famous for, just to see this, it's puts a smile on my face. SZA has expanded beyond music now. She's an artistic director for Vans. She even has her own launch for and from the brand named after her called Vans I don't even know how to say that. SZA, I don't know how to say that. This is really good news. I'm happy for her, and I know that she is definitely going to do her thing with this. This is making me think of how PG Lang, which is owned by Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free, recently announced a creative agency called Project 3 that pretty much expands into all sorts of creativity, creating all sorts of different content and media. And this is great. This can help so many people out there that are underappreciated and are trying to just get out there and do their thing. Yes, this is serving society, trying to advance society. This is helping people, uplifting the next generation. Mad respect to SZA and Kendrick. We already see what they can do together when it comes to music, but now they're both just becoming creative directors, and it just makes me like happy and smile.
Accountability. That's what they're showing. They're coming out. They're telling people what they're going to do, and they're doing it. They're giving people an opportunity to get seen, to get heard, to get their idea out there, giving them opportunity, you know, and that's amazing for our culture, our people. And anything to do with art and music, they want to be involved.
Fresh off a world tour, SZA is stepping into a brand new role. The Grammy Award-winning artist has just been named Vans' first ever artistic director, kicking off a multi-year partnership with the American sneaker brand. Her debut campaign, shot in the breathtaking Scottish Highlands, spotlighting her favorite silhouette, the chunky New School, which was originally designed in 1997. SZA says the vision is all about joy, community, and creativity, with nature as the ultimate backdrop. She's not here to turn Vans into high luxury. Her focus is on keeping styles accessible and expressive. This is a true creative leadership role, with SZA shaping designs, directing campaigns, and infusing every project with her personal style. Follow Malindi Press for more global Black stories.
Listen, when you talk about SZA, you talk about somebody that's just peaceful, calm, relaxed, tuned in, care about her fans, love performing. You know, you can say a lot of good things about her. But on the other side, there are people that truly just don't like to see other people doing well. You know, we saw the second person in this video who's talked about this is probably the worst thing since sliced bread. Not knowing anything from behind the scenes of what's going on within the company. These are Fortune 500 companies. They do their research. But when it comes to celebrities joining the companies, you know, brand deals, they know what's going to make the numbers move. They just don't randomly pick certain people. Like think of everyone they could have picked. They picked SZA. Why is that? You know, yeah, y'all need to make sure y'all leave me a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about SZA and her new ventures. I'm excited for her. I am so excited for her. We know Kendrick got his Project 3 thing going. We know SZA is getting ready to do a movie as well. And I'm sure all those brand deals are worked into all these types of things. They all move. And then that's what I'm saying. When she does this movie, and I projected in the prediction is that her next movie there with Keke Palmer could do 100 million. You know, and she's on her way. She's on her way. But I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about SZA. And I'm sure she has more things coming up, because you see the length of things. She has nothing on the schedule. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of things coming up for her, man. But it's well deserved for SZA. Make sure y'all like the video, get this video out to more people, and big up to SZA. If you like SZA, hit the like button. I appreciate y'all.